I'm delighted to say I'm working on the Protecting Farmland Pollinators project. And when I speak about pollinators, I'm talking about our wild bees and our hoverflies. 1/3 of our wild bees in Ireland are threatened with extinction, and we don't know the status of our hoverflies. We do know that pollination is very important for humanity. And next slide, please. We are working with 40 farmers, mainly in the Kildare area, but in some bordering counties as well. And the 40 farmers come from different farm types. We have beef, dairy, mixed, and tillage. And within each farm type, we have a range of intensities. The total land area in the project is just over 2,500 hectares, and the average farm size is 68 hectares, which is quite large, but we do have a nice range of farm sizes. Our smallest being 10.5 hectares and the largest being 230. The aims of the project are to help farms become more pollinator friendly. And I suppose if you're more pollinator friendly, you'll be more biodiversity friendly, because pollinators can be used as a proxy for biodiversity. We want to do this with the help of the farmer. And it's really important that we achieve this without negatively impacting productivity. So we want to develop a whole farm pollinator scoring system and want to identify the best actions for pollinators on farmland. Next slide, please. So it's been a great success to date. We're just over a year into the project. Farmer engagement is fantastic. It's wonderful to get to work with Irish farmers. In order to join the project, farmers were required to make a solitary nesting sites. They had to create solitary nesting sites for cavity nesting bees. So they like these bee boxes, that's the picture in the top right-hand corner, but also for our mining bees. So that's the bare soil areas in the orange circle in the picture in the bottom right. So far 40% of our farms have an active nest site on them. We've identified 7 different species of mining bee and 3 different species of cavity bee on the farms. We've developed a draft scorecard, and I call it a draft scorecard because I believe that there's always room for improvement. So we'll develop this scorecard if needs be over the coming years. And we've conducted extensive farm surveys throughout the summer. Over 16,000 meters of hedgerow were assessed for plants, pollinators, and structure. And we've also looked at 9 different farm features. So we've generated this huge data set. And what's really important is that this huge data set can feed into the scorecard so that we can ensure that it's evidence-based. Next slide, please. So the whole farm pollinator scorecard is based on food, shelter, and safety for pollinators on the farm. And it's the quantity of these different habitats and also the quality that's important. And this is a results-based payment scheme. So the farmers will receive a number of points, and the higher the number of points you receive, the higher your monetary reward at the end of the year. And just to point out a few of the farm features that can be beneficial to pollinators, you're looking at hedgerows, clover pasture, cover crop. There's lots of different areas in the farm that can be pollinator friendly. Next slide, please. And I suppose just the take-home message would be that we have developed this whole farm pollinator scorecard, and that farmers are really interested in learning how to be biodiversity friendly on their farms. And I've identified these unfarmed areas, which can be biodiversity hotspots on farmland in Ireland. And when I talk about these unfarmed areas, I'm talking about the unclaimed land on the basic payment schemes. And I'm leaving you with some pictures of some thistles, which some farmers hate, some farmers love. But if you ever are on a farm and you see a thistle on a sunny day, you're guaranteed to see a pollinator on it. And if you can't find one, look for those little unfarmed areas because you're guaranteed to find one there. Thank you very much.